Hello and welcome back to Nostalgia Nights, playing more Dark Souls. Think we beat most of the non-DLC bosses last time. I think we're missing Lord of Cinder and Nameless King? We're missing anything else? Did we beat Osiris? Did we beat Gundyr? I don't even remember. We beat Osiris and Gundyr? If we've beaten Twin Princes, which I believe we did, then we can go to the Dredge Heap and grab some stuff. Let me just see what we have done. Yeah, we've done Champion Gundyr. Pretty sure we haven't done Nameless King, though. So that means Nameless King is the only non-DLC boss missing, other than, of course, Lord of Cinder. But since we have all the souls, all the ashes, what are they called? I'll go check my inventory in a second. This is like the ashes of the lords? Probably something like that. Makes sense due to the whole ash theme of the game, but have a quick look. It's not here, it's here. Probably key item. Cinders of a Lord. Alright, fair enough. Did they read anything interesting? Cinders of a Lord left by the Abyss Watchers. If lords will not return to their thrones themselves, let them return as cinders. The Watchers of the Abyss were upon their shared wolf's blood, which also served as their mandate as lords. Lonely Orm became a Lord of Cinder to put the profane flame to rest, knowing full well that those who spoke of him as Lord were quite insincere. Aldrich became a lord by devouring men, but was disillusioned with his throne and so took to devouring gods instead. The Lothric bloodline was obsessed with creating a worthy heir, and when this proved impossible, resorted to unspeakable means. Suffice to say, the path to linking the fire is a cursed one indeed. This is a creepy face. It says cinders, but it kind of just looks like I took their heads. Have I placed one of the, No, I have not placed any yet. That was on a different character. I had a character that kind of like glitched out because I had every single Lord of the Cinder except for Twin Princess, but the way through the Grand Archives wouldn't open. Apparently I had to go talk to Sigurd to fix that, so... Normally I don't have to talk to him, but this time I did, so... Was a new game plus 3? There we go. We're gonna walk to the center, send me to the Kiln of the First Flame. Is that what it's called in this game? Like this bonfire. There we go. Kiln of the First Flame. We're not here to kill Lord of Cinders just yet, though. We could use this as like a trick to get to the first DLC. And in the first DLC, pretty early on, because you saw how I was in the Pontiff bonfire at the beginning of this stream. It's because I was trying to farm soul dregs to get great deep soul, whatever it's called. Didn't really work out because I don't have Symbol of Avarice. I don't have gold Serpent Ring +3. But what I can do is I can simply just go to the second DLC and grab... What is it called? They're just called Soul Dregs? And I don't know how that's different from Great Deep Soul. I've only seen it once. It's probably like a much more expensive, high-damaging version, kind of like a dark version of Chaos Bed Vestige or Sunlight Spear or Crystal Soul Spear. So I want to go grab that. And it's kind of easy to grab. I don't think I can cast it though, because my intelligence is 23. I need 40 to cast it. But there's no harm in picking it up. It's gonna be really hard to get enough intelligence and faith to do some really high-level stuff. I don't know if I should do some farming. This is not the right place. I mean, we'll get some levels from doing the bosses, but 16 levels in both of them for a total of 32 levels. I think actually it was 33 levels, because one of them was not 24. Yep. Do I want to grab this item? This is the Murky Scythe, isn't it? No, it's the Murky Longstaff. Is that good for anything? I feel like that should be like a Dark Catalyst, but I didn't see it mentioned on the thread when I was looking through Dark Catalyst options. Now, I might myself completely destroyed by these guys, because they tend to spawn a lot of soul dregs at me. Yeah, here comes the first one. I just want to make it down here before they run me down. And grab the silver ring, +3. I really like how you get +3 rings in this. It's just a shame that there's not a +3 version of every ring. We have this fall down. We could run around and grab the projected heal and the Lothric War Banner, but they're not useful for our build, so... I mean, Lothric War Banner isn't bad, but I feel like thematically it's more of a faith item, and I'm not going for faith, I'm going for intelligence faith. I tend to try to restrict my builds based on themes. Like, technically I can use miracles and faith items, but I want it to be like a hybrid item, not a proper faith item. I want it to be dark themed or fiery themed, essentially. I can get myself a Titanite slab here, though, which is kind of nice. Oops, slap my desk. I have a really bad habit of slapping my desk. It's because, the way I sit, I have my hands on my controller underneath the desk. So whenever I do something on the desk, I sometimes slap my hand on the desk, moving the hand back under the desk by accident. Because I'm sitting quite close to the desk as well. My room is kind of small, so it's easy to bump into things. My room is small and my bed is big, which makes my room even smaller. Why is my bed big? Because I roll around a lot, and if I had a small bed, I would probably just roll off the edge. That's a terrible excuse, but it's the excuse I've got. Alright, don't kill me, creepy. These guys are like really cool, but also really annoying, so I'm not really sure how I feel about them. I think it feels like they have a bit too good of a chance at hitting you, so I feel like I kind of don't like them, because I don't like unavoidable damage too much. I mean, there's poison as well in this game, so I guess that's unavoidable damage in a sense, unless you spend a bunch of time waiting for the poison meter to go back down between running around places, so... It's kind of similar, but I don't know. But I do kind of like the idea of, like, having to run from cover to cover. You can kind of, like, hide from them. If you go behind cover... Like, if I go behind cover here, he might do that spell that he does sometimes. But he's gonna be like, oh, he lost track of me, now he's gonna look around. So you can buy yourself some time to move around when they're not looking at you. Now he's looking away. And it might take him a little bit of time before he sees me again. So if you don't rush it, you can avoid them pretty well. It's probably just that I rush it because I don't have patience, and why would I have patience? I've played this game 10 plus times. Probably more, but it feels pointless to estimate more than that. You guys. Like, all the characters on my current character list are new characters, because I deleted all my characters and made new ones, so... I think I have, what, 6 characters on there right now? And they're all from, like, the last 2 or 3 months. Before that, I had a long break from the game. Yeah, when you kill these things, the floating angel things die. It wasn't clear. Kinda assuming people know their way about this game. I am not looking forward to fighting this NPC. I did not bring Chaos Bed Vestiges, and I'm not sure if I'll survive by using Life Hunt Scythe. We'll find out. First off, I'll just try to get rid of you guys. Where is my staff? Late Night Chunk, don't mind if I do. What is this? Press some stone. Alright, let's try to get rid of some of the thralls, if you don't mind. Yeah, they're kind of strong against it. Shouldn't dodge sideways from that. Probably better to just use a weapon. Unless the Pyromancer catches up to me, which she might soon. Nah, she's still kind of far away. Yeah, this is a terrible plan. It's probably gonna get me killed. But which talisman I'm using? I'm using Sunless. Okay, that's good. That does no damage to you. Was it a bad hit, or am I using dark stuff? I'm not really using anything specific. Let's see. I'm using Bellowing, right? Give me more miracle stuff. Give me Wandering, and then give me or Clutch. Let me heal. Okay, let's try this again. Ah, she dodged away, really? That's still not very good damage. I can still cast it, though. At least it's kind of cheap. I'm just worried that she's going to one-shot me when I try to do trades. So I'm kind of going for trades. Hi. Ah, come on. Thing is, she's not trading with me. What I want to do is I want her to, like, do a whip attack so that I can trade with her. I don't remember if she has 2 or 3 Estus. Yeah, because she's, like, winning out on those trades for the most part. Okay, danger. Okay, she's out of Estus. But so am I. Please don't hit me with that. Of course, she got both hits. I'm surprised she's not trading with me. I mean, it's an AI. That was really dumb. I thought I was two-handing. How am I gonna get the spacing on you? I think I'm gonna lose this. Yep. Yeah, Life and Sight does not do a lot of damage to her, all things considered. 300 damage with that boosting equipment, and plus 3 Sunless Talisman. Not very good. I'll swap back to Chaos Bed Vestige. The problem with Chaos Bed Vestige, not Chaos. Oh, that would be. No, it's called that. It's called Chaos Bed Vestige, isn't it? Is it not? It is called Chaos Bed Vestige. I was thinking like a Chaos version of this, because this is kind of like still normal fire, as opposed to like Chaos Orb, whatever it's called in this game. Alright, let's try this. It's Pyromancy. Oh yeah, swap rings. It's gonna be Swamp Ring, it's gonna be Witch Ring, it's gonna be Fire Clutch Ring, and of course Sage Ring, otherwise I'm gonna be so slow that she's gonna just destroy me and dodge at the same time. I wonder what kind of damage this is. It's probably just physical damage. It might be magic damage as well, but typically magic damage is blue. And if it's miracle but it's not lightning damage, it's typically physical damage, such as Wrath of Gods, Emit Force, and Way of the White Corona. I believe all of those are physical damage spells. Which is kind of cool. I kind of miss how dark spells were physical damage in Dark Souls 1. It makes sense to add a dark damage typing, but it was kind of neat to have like access to physical damage things, especially how dark spells, since they were physical in nature, they had really high poise damage and guard break. Alright, I'm gonna throw a bed at you. There we go. Go to sleep. Don't like these guys, because they tend to screw me over sometimes. Throw a bed at you. I hit them both. It's convenience. Now we play the game of hope that she throws a spell at me as I throw a spell at her and I get to dodge and she doesn't. That was really bad. I queued that up by accident. Because if she doesn't try to throw a spell at me as I throw a spell at her, she'll probably just gonna dodge and she's gonna waste my FP. She has infinite FP and I don't, so she wins that battle. But since I have the Sage Ring, I cast the spell faster. Not much faster, but a little bit faster. Not to mention she uses a normal Fire Orb and I use Chaos Bed Vestige, and Chaos Bed Vestige is probably slower. Really? Thank you for throwing a spell. And thank you for using your Estus even though you have no charges. Alright, that went well actually. I don't like fighting her in close-up because she tends to just like poise through anything I do with the Flame Fan and then massively outtrade me. I find that most of the NPCs in the second DLC, they just have such high damage and health that they'll just outtrade you and they do some poise stuff. So you can't really stagger them or hit them in a way that results in them not hitting you, and you just lose the trade battle. Which is not very fun. Now, I don't think I'm gonna kill this boss next, because this boss is very fire-based, and it's gonna be a really bad time for me, because I am very fire-based. Even with Dark Magic, because I've done it once before with Dark Magic, it's not even that good with Dark Magic, so this is gonna be a tough one for this character in general. I think I just want to get the Onyx Blade damage up, so I just have some reliable damage, and rely on the Onyx Blade's ability to stagger the foe, so I can do critical attacks. But that will wait for now. I did, however, get the Flame Fan, which is kind of cool. I don't think it's a good spell, but I think it's cool. It essentially has what I wish the Life Hunt Scythe has, where it's a kind of like a spell that is a weapon combo. So you can strike once, or you can do it into a combo and strike twice, and I think you can go a maximum number of 3 times. And if you could do this with Life Hunt Scythe, I think it would be really fun. Like, if you catch someone with Life Hunt Scythe and you can do, like, a 2-hit combo, they would probably roll out at the 3rd one, I assume. Because the stagger doesn't like... most combos in this game, you can only do 2 hits. I think there's a few rare 3-hit combos, but not a lot of them. I'll stick to my Chaos Bed Vestiges. Feel a sneeze coming on. But while I... wait for... there we go. Double sneeze and triple. Triple, come on. Quadruple, there we go. It is spring after all, and I am allergic, so... there will be a lot of combo sneezes, but I do try to make sure that I'm not that allergic at the time of streaming, but sometimes I'll just have to, accept that it's unavoidable. Just going through the list once more. Is there anything I want from Soul of Cinder? No, I don't really care about the Firelink Sword, even though it is a fire weapon. I prefer using Onyx Blade. Maybe it's good for an alternative fire damage weapon, I don't know. I should at least pick it up, because I'm not going to use Sunlight Spear. As for... Nameless King... he has 3 items. A curved sword, and a spear, and... a spell. None of which I need or want. I do want to make a character that tries to use the Nameless King scythe at some point, because that kind of has a cool weapon art. I don't think it's very good, though. Ooh, leveling up is expensive right now. Is there a reasonable way for me to farm a few souls? Like, if I go... Covetous 3, I don't have Avarice Helmet, do I? No, of course not. Why would I? And I go Grand Archives, Would you a round of the Ascended Winged Knights, whatever they're called. See how many souls we get. I think you would need Symbol of Avarice to get 100k souls from them. So we'll probably only get like around 60k, maybe 70k. Which isn't that great, because I don't want to do like, what, is it 1 level per time I do them? Almost 2? Oh, what level am I? 84. I need 42k for a single level. Yeah, so it's going to be 1 level each time. That's going to take too long. As much as I want to get my... The thing is, doing a boss doesn't give that much more souls. It's a bit of a shame. Like, if I want to get my intelligence and faith really high, I probably have to go New Game Plus. Which is fine, but it just... I don't know. Also, my room is really warm today. That is not great. At least the computer isn't overheating for some unknown reason. Which is good. Even though I don't trust the measurement tool when it's like that. How much damage do I do? Wow. Not more, huh? I've been playing around on a... Ow. Can you stand still? This guy. You're gonna spin this wall? Alright. I have another one. One more. I think I should dodge this way instead. I think that's better. I tend to dodge to my right, so I should dodge to my left on these guys. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I've been playing on a faith-based character a little bit, and I've managed to get my Sunlight Spear damage on these guys on new game up to 2,100, which is making this 500 damage seem a little bit underwhelming. I'm not sure if these guys are more resistant to fire damage than lightning. Are you gonna kill me? Dude, don't kill me. I'm trying to talk about my Sunlight Spear damage. At least my backstab is pretty good damage. Oh. Spinny, spinny. But to get that high Sunlight Spear damage, I'm doing like a bunch of buffs. I'm doing, is it Oath of Sunlight? Or something like that? It's the weapon art of the Sunlight Sword. I'm doing that one, I'm doing Deep Protection, I'm doing... Lothric Warbanner buff, and I'm doing Rose of Ariandel buff. So I'm getting 25% miracle damage from Rose of Ariandel, I'm getting 15% damage from the Lothric Warbanner, I'm getting 5% damage from the Deep Protection, I believe. I'm getting, is it 10.5 or 11.5% damage from the Sunlight Sword buff. It's slightly stronger than using the Miracle, which is 10%. I don't know why that is. The reason I'm using the sword is because I don't have the Miracle, because you need to turn in 10 Sunlight Medals. I would actually prefer using the Miracle, simply because it has a longer duration. The sword one only lasts 45 seconds, and there's a strange interaction when, if you apply other buffs first, and then use the sword removes the buffs that you have applied. But if you use the sword first, and then apply other buffs, it's fine. Yeah, I only got 60k souls, not very good. So it's like very tedious, because not only does it only last 45 seconds, you have to apply it first, and then do Deep Protection and Banner and Rose. And I'm also equipping the Sun's Firstborn Ring for 20% miracle damage, the Morn's Ring for 12% miracle damage, and the Lightning Clutch Ring for... Is it 20% or 15% bonus lightning damage? I'm not entirely sure on that one. And I'm using Sage Ring because just having the cast speed is convenient. If I want to go even higher damage, I could do some cheese, like, I'm not sure if Red Tearstone works for miracles. It probably does, I'm not positive though. I guess we'll just fight Nameless King. Try to fight Nameless King, I should say. Though, coincidentally, and I'm going to regret saying this before fighting the boss, but saying it after I fight the boss is just going to be... I don't know. Pointless. It's more fun to take the risk of saying it before I fight the boss, because I'm going to regret it. First time I fought Nameless King, I actually had quite an easy time, which at the time I didn't know, because that was my first time playing the game, and I played the game at release, so I didn't know other people's experience with the game, but once I knew other people's experience with the game after I'd finished the game myself a few times, apparently most people struggled immensely with Nameless King. Whereas I found him easy, and I struggled with Boreal Dancer, which I mentioned before, because I didn't level up HP at all in the beginning of the game, because I was like, who needs HP? So, yeah, it was kind of surprising to me that I beat Nameless King quickly and easily, and then people find him hard. Now that I've played the game many times, I do see why people find him hard, and I have had times where I find him really challenging as well, and I expect this to be one of those times, because I'm not playing with my, like, comfort build. I should probably shut up for fighting him, because I am not prepared to fight this guy right now, but we'll see what happens. We'll just take it slow and play around a little bit. So I probably shouldn't be talking during this, should I? I'm not a big fan of phase 1. It just feels like a gimmick. This is the one attack that I struggle with the most in phase 1. It's the fastest attack he has. You're doing the third one? No. And I find that there's not much point in healing on the first phase, because if you have to heal in the first phase, it's kind of going to be a waste. I probably should swap my Ash Nestus for more healing, to be honest. I don't think I'm going to have much time to throw spells during this fight. Oh, this is a Dark Souls 2 moment. This attack I specifically call a Dark Souls 2 moment, because I feel like every dragon in Dark Souls 2 does this thing where they fly straight up and breathe fire down. What is that attack? That is an attack I don't see very often. What are you doing over there? Don't do the stabby. Yeah, I shouldn't have attacked, but he missed, it's fine. Don't do the stabby. I don't like it when you do the stabby. I also don't like it when you move around like that. This attack is a little bit awkward because you have to get close enough to him to not get hit by it, as far as I know. It's at least the way I do it. Alright, this is the easiest attack to deal with. It gives you a bunch of time to attack this guy. Still haven't staggered him, though. Surprising. Am I gonna regret throwing a Vestige at you? Okay, what I should have done there instead of healing was pop an Ember. I like to pop Embers for bosses that have second phases once I make it to the second phase, but it is what it is. It's greedy going for 2 attacks. Don't have enough stamina to actually attack after that. I find that... crap. As soon as you try to heal on this boss, he becomes a lot more of a nuisance to deal with. If you don't have to heal and you get to, like, keep pressure, and of course he attacks the same moment I try to attack. Yeah. Once you start needing to heal, it becomes hard to gain momentum again. Where was my dodge? Well, that's the grab! Okay. Can you not dash away from me? Can I get a stagger? Stagger? What a spells all of a sudden. I was unlucky that I missed there. Come on. I thought I would fail a dodge there. Don't hit me. Can I heal here? Have I not been aggressive enough to get a stagger on you? Come on. Finally! Is this first try? Come on, give me one more hit. Give me stamina. Whoa! I don't have to regret saying that I had an easy time fighting this guy. That is first try. Yeah, that's fortunate. Alright. I wanted to try to explain why I had an easy time fighting this guy on my first playthrough. I didn't want to risk doing it during the fight, because I'm sure that would have made me slip up and look really bad. The reason I've heard that people sleep up on this boss fight specifically is because he has a lot of delayed attacks, and when I played Dark Souls 3, those were the kind of fights I excelled at, the bosses with delayed attacks. I found those bosses quite easy on my first playthrough, stuff like Nameless King and Gundyr, and bosses with faster attacks and long combos I struggled more with, such as Boreal Dancer, what else is there? Probably Pontiff? I don't remember if I struggled with Pontiff or not, but yeah, that was my experience. It probably depends a lot on build as well. I tend to play with a fast weapon, like a longsword is my preferred weapon. So that might be suited to dealing with bosses with delayed attacks, and you can just like slap a hit in between each. If you have like a very slow weapon, it might be hard to do so. And I also tend to like have very low HP. So like very dodge intensive, but like timing specific fights is easier. I shouldn't say easy. And then boss fights that you'll probably take some hits here and there, but they won't be the biggest hits, such as Dancer, were harder for me because I didn't have any HP, nor did I have any weapons to poise through hits, and I ended up spending a lot of my stamina just dodging all the hits. I don't know. But, as I said, I've had plenty of playthroughs where I've struggled on this guy as well, so it's not like I always find him easy. In fact, what I'm dreading the most right now is probably fighting Twin Princess. Not looking forward to Twin Princess. I'm not a big fan of 1v2 fights. I did a fight recently on my Faith character, and despite doing over 1,000 damage per lightning spear, well, sunlight spear, that fight still gave me a really hard time. So I'm not looking forward to that. Before that, like, if you asked me a couple of months ago, I would say the fight I dreaded the most doing was Midir, because I really didn't have the strategy for Midir down, and I found that he has a lot of HP, and it's a lot of just, like, dodging his stuff, whacking him once or twice in the face, and then dodging his stuff, and he's gonna do, like, a lot of things between, and, like, every hit he does is gonna chunk you for probably over half your health bar, even if you have 39 vigor. I told myself to fight what's the name? Hawkwood last time. I forgot that. Hawkwood, where is he? Here. Yeah, so I have like a bit of like pent up anger towards Demon Princess. I used to have issues with Midir, mostly due to inexperience. I find him to be a lot better now, but still sufficiently challenging, because I still think his health bar is massive. But I think that's the case for every second DLC boss. It almost feels like the second DLC boss is meant for New Game Plus and not for New Game. So I find it to be a bit, like, tedious sometimes. I like boss fights not taking too long. Alright, I'm gonna fight this guy. Do you want some chaos beds? Can you go to sleep? This guy has a lot of, Oh, you have poise on your jump attack? Isn't that kind of unusual? I think he has a lot of Estus. I don't have poise on that. But we're gonna want to use it. Just keep trading here. Yep. We both need to heal here. Or no? I want my buff back. That is not how I buff my weapon. I keep roll catching you if you do that. I always found this plot point so weird. I'm not going to go too much into detail on it because I don't really know too much about it either, and also this isn't my lore playthrough, so... I found it so out of nowhere that Hawkwood wants to become a dragon, and he has, like, involvement with the whole Archdragon Peak stuff. Because, in my mind, Hawkwood was kind of like the Crestfallen Knight from Dark Souls 1 kind of style character. And he also had ties to the Abyss Watchers, being a deserter of the Abyss Watchers, I believe. And then him suddenly, like, having a story tied to the dragons instead of the Abyss Watchers kind of, like, felt like a bit of a leap to me. There's probably good reasons for it and good stories behind it, but I don't know those stories. I probably should watch some videos, some Vati videos, see if there's anything about that, because Vati video is one of my preferred sources on Dark Souls lore. I find it really relaxing to listen to. I really want to get a few more souls so I could level up. Do I have all the... yeah, I have all the dragon stones, don't I? Can I get one more level before I do Lord of Cinder and then move on to... I guess we're doing Ariandel first, and then we're moving on to Demon Princess, just to, like, stall Demon Princess as long as possible, because I'm not looking forward to that fight. Second phase is fine. Second phase is more chill than first phase. I find first phase to be tedious. Like, second phase, sure, it has a lot of HP, takes a long time, but you can, like, do, like, a lot of damage to that boss without ever taking a hit. It's, like, not very punishing, I would say. I would regret saying that later. Let me just go kill something. Let's do another trip to the winged, floaty, golden armor boys. Get a level or two just to get rid of my souls. I like to get rid of all my souls before doing a boss, simply because if I do die on the boss, I like to not have to feel pressure to pick up the souls again. I tend to pick up the souls anyways, because there's a green blob on the ground, and I'm like, oh, I gotta pick it up. But I prefer to not have to. Because sometimes going for that green blob on the ground is going to throw off your pacing for the fights. Because you're going to be, like, using the opening of the fight to just, like, run up past the boss and dodge his first attack and then not punish it at all. And if you miss dodge, you will get massively punished while you're still trying to recover this thing, and sometimes it will just result in a death or just a really bad start to a fight. So, not having to think about picking up the souls is convenient. And again, losing 40k souls isn't too bad, but it's bad enough that I don't want to do it, because I'm only 5k souls away from leveling up. If I get another 60k here, we could do 2 levels. How's the backstab damage with buffed weapon? It's pretty good. Not Sunlight Spear good, but pretty good. I shouldn't dodge towards him right now, because, yep, this guy's gonna join. And he did. And now we're getting some annoying Divine Pillars of Light stuff going on, which has an insane range when monsters cast it, for some reason. Would you be... no, you had to spin. I hoped he wasn't doing a spin, because I just want to get a backstab on him. How many times are you guys gonna spin? Am I gonna die to this because they're just spinning? Can you guys stop spinning? No. That is a no. He's not gonna stop spinning. If he spins again, I swear. I'm dead anyways, whatever. You know what? It's better to get a reset there, because, man, I should not walk so far up that I aggro both of them. It's just a hassle. I don't know if you can parry them. I don't think you can. I've never managed to. If you can parry them, that's a good way to get out of those situations, but... I was really hoping I could get him to do one of those, like, where he flies up and he hits down, but it wasn't a spin, so I could just move up so he jumps over me, so he has his back to me, so I could just walk up and backstab him and finish him off, because he was kind of low HP, but... He spanned 2 or 3 times, and on the time that he did do the non-spin, I was so used to him spinning, I was expecting it, that he just slapped me in the face with the normal attack. So I just lost all momentum to gain the upper hand again. Hello? Please don't spin. They fly so far when I do that sometimes. It's annoying. How many hits do I need to stagger you? 3? No. Probably 4 then. Which means they're gonna die before I stagger them, so there's no reason to just stagger them to get a free kill. I did that sometimes with the Grave Warden Twin Swords. It's really satisfying to combo them for the bleed to get a stagger. What are you doing? You're not even trying to hit me. Do this to get like a whack. Alright, you're spinning. If there's anything that's parryable, I think it should be the spin. Because the spin is like kind of unreliable to dodge. You can do it, but it's kind of like if you get off timing a little bit, it can be kind of hard to get it right. And even if you do, it's going to waste a bunch of stamina. It's probably best to just try to back off if you can. Oh. That is not enough. Is it enough souls? It depends. If it goes up on more than 3k souls for the next level, it's not going to be enough souls. If it is enough souls, then great. I'm curious how Lord of Cinders is going to go. Is it called Soul of Cinders? Soul of Cinders is what it's called, right? I have like a weird experience with phase 2 on that fight, where if he just goes for normal attacks, I'll find myself getting screwed. If he starts throwing lightning spears at me, I tend to own him. That is generally my experience. I don't know why, but when he starts throwing lightning spears, I just find that like somehow I hit him and he just dies, and I'm like, wait, the fight is over? He has that little health? I don't know if he takes counter damage while casting lightning spear, or if it's just placebo, that it feels like the fight is really short when he starts throwing lightning spears, but if he doesn't, then I feel like the fight takes a long time. And sometimes I get caught up on his like aerial combo and I will instantly die, depending on what character I'm playing and how much HP I have. As for first phase is a bit more hit and miss, depending on which weapons he does. I think my least favorite weapon is the spear. I will sometimes be unfortunate with the scimitar, but I don't dislike the scimitar as much. But apparently the scimitar can parry you, and I'm worried about that. I haven't had that happen. I'm not sure if there's a tell on when he parries you or what exactly it is. And the sorcerer isn't too bad. I just find the sorcerer annoying if it casts the Crystal Soul Mass, because when he casts Crystal Soul Mass, it keeps coming back every few seconds. So it's just like adds an element of annoyance to the fight. But everything else is pretty like easily to deal with and punishable. The sword is probably the most balanced phase, which feels the most fair, but also like still dangerous. But he does have that thing where he like attacks very delayed, so if you like dodge late, you benefit from it. Also, I just noticed that my controller has a bit of a dead spot again. Again. And that's me dodging way too early, because I took a hit, so I panic rolled. Oh, you're already staggered? Really? I guess that's what I get for playing with a greatsword. Oh, he missed. That's lucky for me. I'll wait for some stamina. I don't know how to dodge this attack. I always dodged 3 times and tend to get lucky. Scimitar? Okay, let's see how that goes. Not good for me. Alright, you want to back off a bit? Maybe do power within or something? I'm not sure how to dodge that scimitar attack where he hits twice. I found that he sometimes misses it and sometimes he always hits it, even if I dodged the first one. A lot of his attacks hit twice, so maybe I should be dodging like the other way or something? I tend to always dodge to the right. That is my preferred dodge direction, for no explicit reason. Although typically I'd say it's good to dodge towards the weapon. Can I get a stagger? Thank you. I don't do a lot of damage though. Ow. You wanna power within? Nope, you wanna destroy me. What is that? Is that... That's the thing I don't want to see. I like to do go Ember for phase 2, so we both get to have a phase 2. If he gets to have phase 2, I get to have phase 2. We're gonna do that attack, right? Yep. Blim, blim, blom! Blim, blim, blom, blom. I love that song. Should have buffed my sword. I don't know what I'm doing. You okay with me buffing my weapon? Yeah, he's cool with it. Oh, he hit me. That is very rare. Don't kick me. That often causes me to Q a roll that I don't want to do. I think hitting him when he's downed in phase 2 is bad. I was afraid that was the air combo. I'm expecting it to come out again soon. Probably here. Is that the air one? That one can be dangerous depending on how it plays out. Take a sip just in case. You want to jump in? No! Ugh! Scary! Scary, scary, scary. That was really badly dodged by me. Want a Vestige? Oh, yo, that's good damage. Uh-oh. Panic hits! That was so bad. Blim, blim, blom. I love the song, though. When the Gwyn theme comes in, it hits me right in the feels. Oh, it's so nice, because, like... Final boss Dark Souls 1 is, like... It's, lore-wise, it's cool. But the fight itself isn't that interesting. Dark Souls 2 feels even more underwhelming. Final boss, it's just like, okay. And then Dark Souls 3, I feel like they finally got it right. They finally got a final boss that felt like it's what it needed to be. It is the culmination of everyone that's linked to fire over the ages. It whips out Gwyn's theme and Gwyn's fighting style at the end, and it's just... Execution, moveset, presentation. It's so good. At least that's how I feel. I feel like Dark Souls 1 and 2 last bosses aren't that great. Even if I do think they're cool, I just... Nashandra just really needs something to make her intimidating. She kind of just, like, walks slowly. If you play anything with range, you just throw things at her and she doesn't do anything. And if you play melee, even then she doesn't do that much. The biggest threat is the little, like, things she spawns that makes you more and more hollow. Which isn't really a threat, it's just annoying. We're not doing Twin Princess though, we're doing a free day, which is gonna be kinda rough. I'm not expecting great things from me on that one. I might want to grab a couple of extra Ash Nesters for that one. Free Day is my favorite fight in the game, though. But it's not my favorite fight in the game because I think it's the best fight in the game. It's simply because it's the fight that felt the most epic the first time I fought it and gave me that really, this is kind of like a really epic, cool moment feeling when I fought it. On subsequent fights, I find the number of phases and then all the stuff you have to do a bit tedious, because I find, like, first phase, when you boil it down to how it plays out, is kind of bland and simple. Second phase, I don't like, because it's a 1v2, and I generally don't like 1v2 phases. It's kind of just like kiting them around and picking your target. Typically picking Father Ariandel is more convenient, at least in my opinion. And then phase 3 is like where it gets cool. Like, that said, I do appreciate phase 1 and 2 because they're what made phase 3 feel so special. But once you have played the fight a bunch of times, you know, it's not a surprise anymore. Yeah, let's pick up the Firelink Greatsword, I guess. Let's see if it's any good. How many scales do I have? 28. I could upgrade it to +5. It would mean not upgrading, it would mean not upgrading... Ah, my room is warm. Demon Scar right away once I get it. Let's see, no Pyromancies to pick up. Firelink, great. I can't even use it. It's 20 strength? Really? I didn't think it was 20 strength. I can use it if I two-hand it. I'll still pick it up. I don't remember how much of a damage buff you get from going +5 on this. If it's 100, is it like double damage or is it more like 50% damage? I don't even know. Like, let me just see, what is the stats on this when I... wrong weapon. Two-hand it. Stats currently 236. If I buff it, it goes up to 316. If we do this one and I buff it, this goes up to 614. So even if it's doubled, Firelink Greatsword, or whatever it's called, Firelink Greatsword. Let's see how much it goes up if I go +5. They have a table for it. Yeah, it goes roughly twice as much than base damage. The scalings doesn't seem to increase that much, but like, let's assume the scalings do increase by roughly the same, then it's going to be similar damage. It's probably going to be a little bit less damage. Also, can my frame stop dropping so much? I'm going to reset my connection real quick, see if that helps. So I will be right back. One quick second. Alright, we're back. Hopefully that helps a bit. I don't know if it does. It probably isn't going to have as high of an attack rating as this weapon, but it's not going to be triple splits. It's going to be probably pure fire and physical, no dark damage, which probably makes up for the fact that it has a little bit lower attack rating. It's especially going to be better on bosses that are susceptible to physical or fire damage. That said, I don't think I feel like using a weapon where I have to two-hand it. I find that a bit inconvenient. I'll just stick to this one for now. And maybe at some point I'll go up to 20 strength, but right now my priority is to up my intelligence and faith. I guess before we fight Friday, we can fight the... whatchamacallem. How far have I been? I have not gone to Friday's chapel. We'll just do this next section of the first DLC then, and once we get to the chapel, we'll go down and fight the champion, whatever he's called. And then we'll do Friday. And then we'll try our hand at Demon Princess, yay. At least this weapon has good stagger, so we might stagger the boss fight frequently, which does help on that boss fight. Whoa. Okay, that's good damage on these guys. Last time I used the Pyromancer to fight Twin Princess, I actually tried to swap to Dark Magic, and they're not even that weak to Dark Magic either, so I just stuck to Fire Magic. But primarily just used my weapon. Although I feel like the main reason why I had such a bad time fighting it on my... Do you really want to fight me? On my Faith characters, I didn't really have a proper Faith weapon, because there isn't really any good Faith weapons. I just picked a weapon at random that I thought would be cool. So I went with the S-Talk, and man, is the S-Talk really annoying on some bosses, because it only has, well, it doesn't only has, but its quick attacks are thrusting attacks, and a lot of times those thrusting attacks will miss if you position yourself in front or behind a large boss, because you're going to hit between their legs. So you have to like position yourself at an angle behind them in order to hit their Achilles heel, essentially. And you also have to play locked on a bunch, and I like not having to play locked on if I can avoid it, because I find that dodging effectively is much easier if you don't play locked on. If you play locked on, the game prefers to dodge either forwards, backwards, or straight side to side. I think it's better to dodge diagonally, because that allows you to position yourself to the side of the boss during the dodge, which makes it harder for the boss to hit you on follow-up attacks. But with locked on, it's harder to do those dodges. You can, it's just, I feel like it's less consistent. Ow. Do I have to fight you guys? Are you guys gonna fight me? You might kill me, too. Ow. Don't kill me. Would you like a fire weapon? I tend to not fight enemies in this area at all, actually. I did it for fun on my Faith character. I'm talking a lot about my Faith character, but... because I was testing out the lightning arrow, because I've never had that miracle and used it before. And it was one-shotting these enemies. I was like, okay, we'll just get a bunch of Ash Nestus and try to, like, fight every single one. And there was a lot of them. There's probably, like, 50 of them. Like, not over-exaggerating. Probably closer to 40 or 30, but, like... Excuse me. If you told me there were 50, I'd believe you. I'd say that's probably possible. It's probably 30 or 40, but there is a lot of them. Oh, dang. Because I went through pretty much all my Ash Nesses and I used 10. And I one-shot them on each one, except for the shielded ones that would take 2 hits, I think. And I could shoot 6 arrows per Ashen Estus. So I had 11 pools of FP, because the one initial one plus the 10 refills. That means I had enough to kill 66 enemies, assuming no misses or shield guys. So it's going to be a little bit less than that, and I don't think I used all my Ashen. I think I used my last Ashen by the time I killed the Millwood Knights, I think they're called. The big guys I just ran past, the one guy with the axe and the one guy with the bow. I think I used my last Ashen there. Where is the illusory wall? Have I passed it? No. It should be very easy to see. It's just kind of dark. It's not this. It is not this. It's this. Because this part of the wall doesn't have a, like, ledge on the bottom. Which gives it away. I tend to just jump down with the cat ring, but slap you. Don't mind me, I'm just gonna activate this. I should fight the... Am I still embered? I should fight the Phantom. I am embered. Where is the door? I think it's over here. Yeet. Ooh. I'm glad I hit that guy behind me, because otherwise he would have put his babies in me. I don't want his babies in me. For obvious reasons. I don't have enough money to be a father to 1 billion fly babies. That's the obvious reason. No, that is not the obvious reason. The obvious reason is, ugh. I tend to jump down to this one. I don't think you're supposed to. You can. Actually, it's nice to not be embered here, because you can pop an ember when you get to the bottom to heal all the falling damage you've taken. Or alternatively, you could equip the Silver Cat Ring, but I am a lazy individual and I have refused. So if I find myself 1 Estus short to fight this guy, or like a couple of HP short, then this is why. Alright, this. Get the Parting Pyromancy Flame, which I do want to try at some point, but... Hello, friend. I don't want to allow him to place his floating chaos. But he really wants to. That's good combustion usage, actually. It's a cool combo he's trying for. I'd love to keep up this pressure, but I don't have enough stamina to. Okay, now I gotta heal. Good thing he heals as well. Does he outrange me? Is he using Chaos Blade? Oh, that was good, just like walking by him. It's better for me to walk bad time to talk. Better for me to walk to the left. That way when I strike, my blade angles at a more convenient direction for me. Okay, I'm playing really bad now. So is he, though. No, I don't want you to do that. Do not summon those. That's this spell that I tried to get from him. It spawns a little orb that shoots fire 3 times. I don't think it's a very good spell. It's probably decent for putting pressure on people in PvP. Not great, but decent. Kind of like the Pyromancer version of Homing Soul Mass, I guess. It just puts pressure, even though they function very differently. Oh, that was good spacing by me. That was not intentional. That was intentional, though. Got him. Because I learned from the first one. I love spacing. It's such a satisfying way to avoid attacks. It's like, you don't need to block, you don't need to dodge, you just... You manage your spacing so that they miss you because of it. How much is my next level? Probably a lot more than this. Not a lot more. Also, I should have opened the shortcut to the church. I didn't. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm just going to teleport to the bridge and then just run to the church. Then I guess I'll equip the silver cat ring. Make our way to the bottom of the frozen lake. Hopefully get 4k souls on the way there. Teleport back to Firelink. Level up. Get the Titanite slab at the bottom. Fight the boss there. And then fight Friday. Right, teleport. What am I doing? Teleport to Rope Bridge Cave. Doesn't even sound like the name of a place. It just sounds like a string of words. Rope Bridge Cave. It kind of sounds like that hand hook car hand door creepypasta. Arthur's Curved Sword. I really want to try a bleed build that uses different bleed weapons. I tend to just use Grave Warden twin swords because they're so good and so satisfying. And they're swords, and I love swords. But it would be cool to try something like Grave Warden Greatsword, Karthus Greatsword, whatever it's called. Because I don't think I've used greatswords, curved greatswords in this game before. I think I used Murakumo a little bit in Dark Souls 2. So I like the name of it. Thought it was a neat name. Could you give me the chill bite ring, Friday? What I don't like is that since I have done the Londor questline, and I have Yuria and Firelink Shrine, every time this boss kills me, not the one I'm going to do next, but Friday, the boss behind me, every time she kills me, she's going to be like, return to Yuria, she surely awaits thee, or something. It's like, I don't care about Yuria, she's only there because I want the rings that she sells. Stop implying that I care about what she wants. We're not friends. I don't get along with Londor. They do weird stuff like stab people in the face and call it marriage. That's not my thing. Although it would have been cool to have a Londor DLC. I was kind of disappointed that there wasn't 3 DLCs, considering Dark Souls 2 had 3 DLCs and this one only got 2. Then again, the 2 DLCs, in my opinion though, the 2 DLCs in this game by far... I didn't equip the Silver Cat Ring. Okay, we don't have time to do so now. The 2 DLCs in this game far outshine the 3 DLCs in Dark Souls 2, in my opinion though. Of course, people have their preferences, and I'm not going to deny them those preferences. That's completely understandable. This is just my preference as well. I'm not going to say that there's like good solid reasons for my preference. I will still explain my preference though. I might fall off the edge here. Yep, I tend to always do that dumb jump and get knocked off the side by the roots. But in my opinion, the Dark Souls 3 DLCs, they feel like a through and through good experience. Like, the overall quality of the DLC is pretty consistent throughout the entire DLC. Whereas the DLCs in Dark Souls 2 has, in my opinion, a lot of up and downs. There tends to be like 1 or 2 good fights in the DLC, and then 1 or 2 bad fights in the DLC that just kind of feel like lazy design. So, for example, the Fume Knights, really cool, really good fight. Sir Alan, really good, really cool fights. Then you have stuff like Recolored Smelter Demon. Didn't really want to fight Smelter Demon again. I didn't really enjoy it the first time, so I don't know why you gave me a blue one. Although it did result in giving us 2 Smelter Swords, 1 blue and 1 red one that are going to be power stance, and that's kind of cool. So, out of the ones I don't like, I think Blue Smelter Demon might be one of the ones I dislike less. What else is there? Gank Squad. Just 3 NPCs fighting you. It doesn't really feel like a boss fight. It just feels like you put 3 NPCs in a room. That is in Dark Souls 3, and it's not a boss fight. It's what are they called? Gotthard, Leyen something, and Kremhild, whatever their names are. But in Dark Souls 2, they made it a boss fight, and it just feels annoying, in my opinion. And then you have one of like the queens that just summons skeletons in the shadow of Vendrick. It just feels like rehashed content, and it doesn't feel very unique or interesting. Kind of underwhelming in the same way that Nashandra is. The dragon afterwards is probably really cool. I don't think I enjoy the fight, but I don't think it's probably not a bad fight. I just think it didn't appeal to me because I'd get tired when dragons fly around the arena for 5 minutes and I don't get to whack them. That issue I have with most dragons in Dark Souls games. So that's just me. It's definitely the best dragon fight in Dark Souls 2, though. That's for certain. Like the one in the cage and the. How am I gonna bait you to me? Can I like walk over here and maybe walk back? Hopefully only one of them attack me. What else is there? Oh, the double cat fight. I need to go back and do Dark Souls 2 just so I can do the double cat fight, because I've never done it. Ow, yeah, I'm dead. It's fine. Just kill me or let me sit down on the bonfire, whichever one you prefer. I don't like boss fights that's just like, this is an enemy or a boss you fought before, but now there's 2 of them. That also feels lazy. It's like, what is it called? The Dragon Rider in Dark Souls 2. Like, the initial fight is cool and fine, and then there's like, oh, here's 2 of them. Bit meh. Same with, what was I just talking about? It's hard to focus on Dark Souls 3 while talking about Dark Souls 2. I should talk about Dark Souls 2 when I play Dark Souls 2, but I want to get some of the negative stuff out of the way so I can be positive when I play Dark Souls 2, because I want to be positive. Can I get one crab at a time, please? Yeah, they're both coming. I know there's a way to get the one to pop out of the ice first, so that he's the one that aggroes on me, and that's what I want. And what boss fight was I just talking about? Dang it. As long as the other one doesn't... Ah! Come on. Maybe I can kill you fast if I just don't talk. Nope. I cannot. Do the thing. It didn't do the thing. That's the thing I wanted you to do. Thank you. Here comes your friend. Here comes your friend. Oh, he didn't even actually come. That's fine though. There's a third one though, so we still gotta be careful. Are you guys weak or strong to fire? I feel like I should be weak to it, but yeah, I'll consider that decently weak. Ow. Ow. There's the third crab. Can I go talk about Dark Souls 2 again? I feel like I could just finish the point I was making about something about fighting... Oh yeah, the two cats! Whatever you want to call them. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that one. You fight one early on. I don't remember the fight too well, but it's probably fine as far as fights go. But the fighting 2 is tedious. And the Ivory King? Also don't remember that too well. I haven't played Dark Souls 2 DLCs that much. So I'd already played a bunch of Dark Souls 2 by the time the DLCs came out. I didn't really expect DLCs for that game, which was a pleasant surprise, but still. Didn't play them that much, so I should definitely go back and play Dark Souls 2 to play more of the DLCs. But the Ivory King, I think the boss fight itself is probably really cool. I found it tedious, the stuff you have to do up until the boss fight, because if I remember correctly, you have to fight a bunch of other knights before the boss fight spawns. Also, this ladder only spawns once I kill the guy in the back here. I don't know why, but that's how it works. I probably shouldn't climb up here before I kill you, because you're going to be a nuisance. I don't have enough to... You want some fire? That didn't work. But yeah, my general point about Dark Souls 2 DLCs is just that it feels like it has a lot of boss fights that are kind of underwhelming and uninteresting, and it has some boss fights that are really cool and interesting. It's just like, it's a very mixed bag. Whereas, I guess I would say in terms of Dark Souls 3 DLCs, the weak contender is the champion on the bottom of this place that we're about to fight. And then Friday is really cool. Demon Prince is really cool. Even though I find that kind of boss fight really annoying, it's still cool as heck. Then we have Nadir, which is really cool. My favorite dragon fight remains Calamite from Dark Souls 1. That's the dragon fight I felt was the most snappy in terms of like dodging and dealing with attacks and actually having opportunities to punish the boss. Nadir is growing on me now that I fought him a bunch. Maybe the poison dragon from Dark Souls 2 will grow on me as well when I fight him more. The church boss fights, you can argue, is kind of like, not that interesting. But it brings back a really cool mechanic if you play online, where like you can be the boss, like a player can be summoned to be the boss, and that's a fun mechanic. Personally, it's not for me. I think I should try the mechanic more once the servers come back on. If they come back on, I really hope the servers come back. And I do have the same mechanic in Dark Souls 2. I believe Looking Glass Knights, also a really cool boss fight in Dark Souls 2, where players can get summoned as part of the boss fight. Did they have that kind of mechanic in Dark Souls 1? I don't think they did. As far as I remember, unless I'm crazy, I can't recall right now. And then in Demon Souls you have the whatever the Santis guy is called. The guy that has the bandage helmet that is in every single Dark Souls game. Stagger? Stagger? I want to play Demon Souls, but I believe it's only on... The original is only on Xbox, and the remake, is that only on PlayStation, or is it only on consoles? I don't know. I'm gonna go level up. I would love to play Demon Souls. It's probably gonna be weird though, because I think that's like even more extreme in some of its RPG elements than Dark Souls 1, where certain damage types will be extremely inefficient against certain enemies. Like, I think skeletons are so resistant to slashing damage that you pretty much need to swap to a blunt weapon. Could be wrong. I've only seen original Demon Souls. I kind of don't want to watch the remake, because Demon Souls is kind of like a blur in my memory, and I think that's a good thing if I eventually get to play it. Like, I want it to be a blur. I don't want to know too much about it before I play it myself. I also really want to play the other like FromSoft games like Sekiro and Elden Ring. I want to play all of them. I think I'll enjoy all of them. I've heard Sekiro is very different. I don't think I'll mind. I think I'll find that refreshing and fun. Because it's not Dark Souls, so why does it need to be the same, right? Sure, Elden Ring is very Dark Souls-y as far as I know, but and that's still fine. But like, it's cool that they explore other things. I have faith in the studio that they can come up with fun, interesting action RPG elements, so I still think I'll enjoy Sekiro if I do play it at some point. If I can even run it. And of course, Bloodborne. I haven't played that one either. I want to play that one. That one also seems really fun. I really like the weapon swapping mechanic in that one, as well as the dodge, how the dodge looks. I would have preferred having that dodge in Dark Souls. Also, I'm not paying attention on this boss at all. You'd probably shut up a bit. Although it's not that threatening until phase 2. Oh, you did manage to block that. I thought he would not have enough stamina to. Thank you. He's gonna summon the boss. He didn't even summon the boss just kind of shows up. Now, please don't stall on me. If this boss stalls on me when the other boss comes in, I'm gonna be very annoyed. I'll probably take a free hit here. This is one of these bosses where I should change the way I play. I tend to dodge towards attacks, but on this one I should dodge away from the attack because he moves so far behind me that by the time he stops moving, he's going to be too far away from me if I dodge towards the attack. So I should dodge with the attack to end up where he is. That's something I normally don't do in Dark Souls simply because I'm used to having less iframes. I'm dead. Really bad time to explain things, but that was also just a badly timed dodge on my part. Yeah, I think coming into Dark Souls from 1 and 2, I mean, 1 doesn't have less iframes, and 2 only has less iframes if you don't level adaptability, so it's probably more so like a feeling I had because I was worse at Dark Souls in general, that once I got to Dark Souls 3, I felt like I didn't realize how lenient the dodging is if I just had better timing. And as a result, I didn't realize that I could... So what I normally do is I dodge towards an attack, because if I move towards the attack, there will be less frames where the attack is connecting with me, and as a result, I have a higher chance of having my iframes be active when the attack hits. Not to mention the frames come out at frame 0, so the faster I meet the attack when I go into roll, the safer it is for me. But you have a lot of dodge frames in Dark Souls 3, and just by timing better, you have a lot of... I keep saying something that wrong. You have a lot of dodge frames in Dark Souls in general. I shouldn't say Dark Souls 3. During some attacks, I should actually dodge away from the attack so that I place myself closer to the enemy by the time they're done attacking, because some enemies will move very far with their attacks. So if I know it's an attack that moves them far away from me, I should dodge towards where they'll end up, even if that means dodging away from the attack, increasing the chance I'll get hits. I'll just have to time it better so that I get to put myself next to the enemy at the end of the attacks. I get to punish them, because otherwise I'll just end up having to dodge again because they have time to do another attack. And that I don't enjoy. I like to be able to punish as much as possible, because the less you punish, the longer fights become, and the longer fights become, the more impatient I become, and there's more room to slip up and make mistakes. So I want to try to find ways to be super aggressive and punish the enemy. Hello. Hello, doggos. I would really like it if I could one-shot you guys, because you might kill me here. Oh, that wasn't the one I was low HP. Dang it. I'm all in one hits. You had iframes on that? Not iframes. Voice. Thank you. Comes the boss. Hate when this guy starts playing defensively once the boss spawns, because... Oh yeah, you have magic. I keep forgetting you actually have magic. If that kills me, I'm gonna be upset. I don't have stamina. Doggo, no. Just let me kill your friend. Such badly timed. You want this? Oh my god, you staggered me out of it. Am I dead? It's been a while since I've had them both be active at the same time. Really? Oh my goodness, this is making me salty and I'm gonna die. Yep. I really want him to die before the boss comes in. My stamina is a bit low to be able to play aggressively enough to like really chunk him fast. I keep running out of stamina. I run out of stamina several times, so I just need to manage it better, I guess, suppose, with the low stamina. I'm used to playing characters where I dump everything into dex and strength, and then I dump everything into endurance, and then I dump everything into vigor, and that's the character. And now I'm like, well, I'm dumping a lot into vigor early, because lack of good choice of spells and weapons that scale with intelligence and faith, or whatever I'm doing. Not to mention, I've just gotten more lazy, so I make a lot of like lazy gameplay that results in me taking damage, so having more health is useful. And then I dump into the damage stats I want, and I end up neglecting stamina, because stamina is quite forgiving in Dark Souls 3, because dodging is so cheap compared to Dark Souls 2, and I don't remember 1. I should have buffed my weapon. I'm not paying attention. I am dying more to this guy than I died to Nameless King. I mean, that's a given at this point. I died once, so it's gonna be more automatically. The question is how much more. Hey, doggos, can you stop being so, like, doggo-like? Thank you. I don't know if there's a timer on the boss, or if it's just HP. Because I'm playing kind of slow right now. Is there one more wolf, or was that all of them? I want to bait the Grave Tender back here. So I think the boss spawns on the other side, so the further away he is, the better. I didn't have range for that. I didn't have time to dodge that? Really? Are you gonna do that thing you do? Thank you. Again? Thank you. Here comes the boss, though. Notice how I called the other guy the boss, and this guy's not the boss? Ah, crap. That was bad. I could have killed him. Please let me kill you. Thank you, I appreciate it. You did do too, okay. What if I just dodge away from you and then throw some chaos beds at you? Problem is you're... Ow! Am I dead again? Might be. Yeah, I pressed Estus there and then didn't Estus. How strong is this? Are you already doing that? It's still phase 1. I thought that was a phase 2 thing. Maybe phase 2 just forces it. Okay, that's phase 2. Are you gonna do that thing again? Oh no, you're doing Frost Breath. That's actually good for me. Okay, never mind. Frost Breath does a lot of damage. I thought I was just like frostbiting like a chip damage thing. Okay, more Frost Breath. How long range is it? Okay, really long? You get staggered from a chaos bed? Here, have one more. Go to bed. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Here, I'll join you. Going to sleep. Also, I forgot to comment on it. This arena above me that I was fighting the Phantom at, because we're below where I fought the Phantom before. This is the arena from Dark Souls 1 where you fight Priscilla. I found that really cool that they kept that in the Painted World, even though this is the Painted World of Ariandel. I almost said Ariamis. This is Ariandel. Dark Souls 1 is Ariamis. In the lore, I just assumed they kept elements of the painting from the previous painting when they painted a new one, which I think is cool. Nice way to pay homage to the old ones. I wonder how many paintings it's been, though, since Ariamis. Oh god, it's becoming time for Demon Princess soon. I'm not looking forward to Demon Princess. Do I have any souls I can pop? Nope. Because this is not enough for 2 levels. But it's starting to become the amount of intelligence of faith I think I had last time I fought Demon Princess as a Pyromancer. I know I can do it, but I also strongly, firmly believe I'm not going to enjoy it. Let us go fight something for a couple of souls. How many souls do I need? Like, is it much more than 10k? It's 12k. I was considering fighting the Anorlando Knights, but I think that's going to be a bit too little. How about the Lothric Knights that killed me a bunch of times last time? In fact, let's approach from the same direction. Just so it's kind of like the same situation. I was considering approaching them from behind, from the bonfire I'm spawning at right now, but let's go around and simulate the same experience, although I have a lot more levels now. What did I have last time? I had the same tools, didn't I? I haven't gotten anything new. Not in terms of casting pyromancies, no. Because I was like, how did I die that much? But now I remember that I refused to deal with the priest, and I just ran up and I did dumb things. Like I could throw a chaos bed of prestige at the first guy. That's one of the mistakes I remember making several times, where like I should run up and I should be like, okay, target you, throw a bed at you, go to sleep. Oh, you did do a third attack. Oh my god, the miss though. And to my surprise, this like shielded guy comes really far down, because I tried to farm them on my faith character to get sunlight medals because I wanted the miracle, but not enough stamina. Ah, and also not enough poise. I've been really enjoying throwing poise boosted sunlight spears point blank at people. It's pretty fun. That's like the one redeeming quality I feel like faith builds have, because there's not a lot of interesting miracles in Dark Souls 3. That's like a major drawback in my opinion. And I thought he would attack much sooner. I'm surprised I didn't one-shot me. What was I thinking? I wasn't like a big... Oh my god, what is this cute roll? I wasn't a big fan of... Ow. Am I dead? How long is my animation? Oh, this guy's really coming in. Even without paying attention, I'm doing better than last time. I wasn't a big fan of how they made Sunlight and Lightning Spear and Great Lightning Spear in Dark Souls 3 weaker, but made them strong if you throw them at point blank range. I felt like that was a bit weird, especially considering there is a spell in the game called Lightning Stake, which is made for that purpose. It kind of felt weird that the Lightning Spears are also meant for close range, or like optimal at close range. And if it wasn't for the fact that you can poise cast miracles, that would be so awful. But since you can poise cast miracles, it is a bit fun if you buff that damage high enough to run up to some enemies and just throw it point blank. I find that it really works well on enemies that can't stagger from it, but like on tougher bosses, it's a bit annoying. 29 faith. But yeah, if it wasn't for the inclusion of Lightning Arrow, I feel like the miracles in this game would be just like beyond sad. Lightning Arrow really helped a lot to make it more interesting in my opinion. The problem is so many of the good and cool miracle stuff and faith stuff is late game, and there's no faith weapon. Like, there are faith weapons, but there's no weapon that like really pays off in terms of faith, in my opinion. Because in terms of faith weapons, you have stuff like where is the bonfire I'm looking for? This one. You have Dragon Slayer Axe, I think, has faith. Dragon Slayer Great Axe has faith. Dragon Slayer Spear and Dragon Slayer Sword Spear, and then probably some other weapons. I feel like the best weapon just ends up being the Sunlight Sword, which is kind of like, eh. Like, even stuff like Lothric Holy Sword, it doesn't even have that good faith scaling. It's like, give us a faith weapon. So I can have, like, a thematically cool weapon to use on my faith character, but no. I guess not. And, in terms of miracles, I feel like there's, like, you don't focus on buffs, like Oath of Sunlight, or whatever it's called, and Deep Protection, Sunlight Blade. Is it called Sunlight Blade, or is it called Lightning Blade, or Lightning Sword? And Darkmoon Blade, and stuff like that. If you don't focus on self-buffs to just make your melee stuff stronger, then you don't really have that many, like, good caster-based miracles for, like, fighting. You have a lot of healing and self-buffs, but the healing is very slow, so it's mostly just, like, extra Estus to use out of combat. And it's not that interesting or fun. You have some health regen stuff that doesn't really feel that viable. I do want to make a character that has, like, all the health regen at some point, and minimum vigor, because I just want to see how fast you can make it look like you're regening health. I don't think it's going to be good, but I want to combine it with, like, really high physical absorb and do Lloyd Shield Ring, just to see if you'd be tanky even if you have low HP and a lot of health regen. But yeah, I feel like miracles in this game lack interesting options. There's a lot of options for sorcerer. I really like the addition of the flash sword in this game, and also like carrying over the great sword spell from Dark Souls 2, I believe. And Soulstream is cool. I don't find it realistic to use. There's Soul Lances, which have been in Dark Souls since the beginning, and Soul Arrows and Heavy Soul Arrows, and then you also have the Farron Darts, but I found the Farron Darts kind of a bit too weak, that most enemies just have way too high absorption against it, because if damage numbers are low, then absorption plays a bigger role. But there's still like a lot of options in sorcery, and in pyromancy, man, do you have like some interesting options. Like for big damage numbers, I think like the best option is either Chaos Blood Vestiges or the Chaos Orb, Chaos Flame, whatever it's called. Do I have it? Have I bought it? No, I haven't bought it. And you have close-up options like Combustion, and they also gave you the Flame Fan in the DLC, which I think is kind of cool. You got like some tricks up your sleeve, like there's a mine you can place. I don't think it's very good, but it's interesting. Floating Chaos is probably okay. That reminds me, I forgot to mention Homing Soul Mass for sorcery, of course. By going Intelligence of Faith, you can double into dark spells, and you do have dark pyromancies like the Dark Orb and Dark Combustion and Black Serpent. And you also get to go into stuff like, you know, Deep Soul, Soul Dregs from the DLC, Life Hunt Scythe, which is a miracle, but it requires you to go do like a very unoptimal thing for miracles. Like, I wonder if the intent for for example, dark miracles, because it says on my dark miracle catalyst that it scales with intelligence, which is rare for a miracle catalyst. I'm curious if what you're supposed to do is get the bare minimum faith to use the catalyst and the spell. So it would be 24 because of the catalyst, and then you would just dump everything into intelligence, and you would just go like 24 faith or 60 intelligence. I wonder if that's better than doing 40-40 for dark miracles. I'm not sure, but yeah. Pyromancy gets a lot of options. Sorcerer has decent options, even though they're not that interesting, and then miracles have very few options, I feel like. That might just be me, but that's the impression I get. Like, I think Way of the White Corona would be really cool if it was better. I remember Wrath of Gods used to be like a king miracle in Dark Souls 1. But I should stop talking about this. I just figured I have to talk about this and finish talking about this, because if I start talking about this during the boss fight, I'm going to die even more than I'm probably going to die anyways. So let's go! I said I should get more Ashen Flasks, but okay, let's try with 5. I'll probably regret trying to parry you, but hey. Yeah, I feel like I always get partial parries. Even if I go early or late, I always get partial parries. It probably has something to do with Scythe. So I end up taking a lot of unnecessary damage on this boss fight early on. I can't backstab you. I really wanted to backstab you. Yeah, always take damage. Always. You're not gonna stealth again? Oh, you actually hit me there. I'm dead. Yep. That's fine. I don't want to waste too much healing on the first phase. Because if I do, I find that, like... I should probably use 1 or 2 Estus on first phase if I need it. I tend to be very strict with myself on this boss. I feel like I shouldn't take damage on the first phase. I kind of power through the second phase, and then I try to have, like... 8 out of 10 Estus for the last phase. But I don't need 8 Estus on the last phase unless I play really bad, so like I shouldn't be so conservative on early. It's just me being not confident in my performance that I end up forcing myself to not use... Okay, that was a terrible start. I need to figure out how to get proper parries though. I've tried like a bunch of parrying on this boss and I find myself not finding a lot of... Yep, see? I think... Did I get a parry? Let me watch the stream again. Yeah, I got a parry, but I died. That happens to me a lot on this boss fight. I take so much partial parry damage. I feel like normally only either early or late parries makes you take damage, whereas like others are fine. I might be wrong in that regard, but I feel like for some reason, because she uses a scythe, you're more likely to take damage, because scythes have shield penetrating capabilities, and maybe that causes you to take damage when parrying. But I know it's possible to take to perfectly parry, like there. That was very early, so I'm probably just timing it wrong. But it's I tricked myself into thinking it's because she has a scythe or something. Ah, that was way late. It's because I don't expect her to keep doing normal attacks after the first parry. Because in my experience, first phase tends to, whenever you do a certain amount of damage, she tends to try to force going into the stealth phase, the stealth attack. She will sometimes just do it randomly, but I find that the more damage you do, the more likely she is to do it. That is the impression I've gotten upon fighting this boss too many times. Am I forgetting to buff myself? Let me buff my weapon. I have a preferred way to counter everything she does with this weapon. It's just that I'm bad at parrying, which is my preferred counter for the normal attacks. Because what she does essentially boils into 3, arguably 4 attacks. It's light attacks, you parry. It's heavy attacks, which you use the range of the weapon to make her walk into. And then there's the stealth one where you just find her and then you backstab her. There's one heavy attack that's hard to interrupt with the range of the weapon where she jumps up, and that one you can try to either just avoid it if you're not confident. If you're confident, you can try to go for a backstab afterwards. Ah, you weren't in range. Yeah, if I'm not confident in my parries, I can just dodge as well. There we go, stealth again. I thought she was gonna attack first. Partial, I'll take it. She didn't do any strong attacks, which is what I've come to expect from her. Where she holds her scythe with both hands, I'll tend to just do this and wait for her to walk into it then, unless she jumps. Alright, so phase 2, also known as like just run around and throw spells at this guy. And hope relay doesn't prevent me. And sometimes my spell will hit the wrong part of the boss and do like no damage. And I will also do dumb things like get hit by the bull. Twice. 3 times? Oh. What is he doing? It's like walking slowly, menacingly towards me. ほう、向かってくるのか. I don't know what he's doing. Is Frida healing? And if she is healing, where is she healing from? Oh, there she is. How did I not see you go over there? I don't even care too much about her healing. I find out just like hitting this guy while she's healing is better. So at least she's not interfering with me. It costs you a bit of FP if you do spells, but... And it's fine that I take damage there, because I'm gonna Ember anyways, because she gets a phase 3, I get a phase 2. It's only fair. Yeah, 8 Estus. And this is the phase that will kill me, because... I'm not that good at this phase. With some builds, I do really well. I don't think this is one of them. I know you can parry her during some attacks. I know how to parry her during some attacks. I tend to mess it up. Because you can, as far as I know, you can parry the main scythe, but not the blue scythe. Backstab, please? Nope. Position wrong. Stealth, okay. I don't know where she went, though. There we go. Okay, you managed to get in range of me. Should I heal? How much do I heal for? I prefer to be closer to her in case she does the fire attack that she does at the beginning. It's good to be closer rather than far away. If you're far away, it's easy to get hits. That is not the attack I can parry. That's the one I can parry, but I was way too early. I expected it to be a faster attack. This is the one I want to backstab if I'm in position to do it, but often I mistime it. Punish. That one's fast. Okay, my bad. I'm really bad at timing this dodge. So I'll just not try for anything risky. That one I can dodge just a second. She has such a wide moveset, which is really cool. But, I didn't dodge, and I couldn't attack. Ha! Wasting Estus like there's no tomorrow. Okay. Make sure I'm not too far away in case you do something crazy. Stealth again? That's fine. Might take some frostbite from it, but... I never know where she goes at the beginning. I'm really bad at tracking her in this. Okay. Did she go this way? Yep. Punish. I should have gone forward, I think, to punish. Please backstab. If I'm not fast enough, the ground hits me and I get knocked up. Physically not. Wait, it could be physically, not in a weird way. Backstab, please. Nope. That is exactly what I was talking about. Now I am in a bad spot. She didn't punish me, though, so that's good. Oh, she knows that this is her way to win now. I'm not going to risk it again. Dang it! I shouldn't dodge the same way on both, but I wanted to get into position to heal, and she grabbed me. Please don't one-shot, please don't one-shot, please don't one-shot. Thank you, but I might still be dead. Because I get stuck on the ground for a long time. Let me sip twice. I don't have twice to sip. Really? Would have really liked a, that's bad. A fire attack soon. She has not done the fire attack once, and that's the one I'm the best at punishing. I want you to do the attacks without hitting me. I'm not even gonna try to stop you, because it's safer. Okay, should be here. I didn't even manage to dodge. That was greedy. realized I have magic! I realized last second I have magic! Oh, I could have done so much chip damage by just punishing with magic! See, I'm not used to playing caster characters. Last second I'm like, wait, I have magic. I almost got myself killed by desperately throwing out a chaos bed. Woo! I'm pretty happy with that. It wasn't clean, but I got to explain some of the counters to certain attacks during the fight, which I think is decent. I want to get to that level where I can just easily talk about things while doing fights. But there's some fights I'm not that confident in. And also, speaking of fights I'm not confident in, we're about to do Demon Princess. I don't want to do Demon Princess, but that's the only fight we can do right now. And I really don't want to. I'll go get a couple of souls first so we can... How many souls do I get for killing the angel thing? Because I want to get a couple of souls so I can level up twice. Also, my nose is stuffy from my allergies. I'm not sure if it's noticeable. Probably is. Probably a lot more breathing noises than usual, which I try to prevent by having noise gates on my microphone settings, but I don't know. Alright, just in case, give me a silver cat ring. Thank you, and down we go. I didn't even check. If we land on the ashes, it doesn't matter, but if I land on the roots, it can be painful. Hello, friend. How much do you give? 6,000, that's not too bad, but not enough. I need 108,000 minimum, and probably a lot more, because the cost does go up by quite a bit, so... Do I have any consumable souls? Is this a consumable soul? No, that's Twinkling Titanite. Can I get back up from here? I think I can. Because the way I usually get down here... Well, no, not anymore. The way I used to get down here was to run on this route. Until I realized you can just go to the bonfire and jump through the crack. And the way one of my friends used to go down there is actually to jump on the other route on the opposite side, which I didn't even know was an option. At least I don't remember doing that ever, but... There's a long time since I did this DLC for the first time, so... I don't remember how I did things back then. I probably did the DLC on release. I think I did DLC for both the DLCs for Dark Souls 3 on the release. And I think I did all the DLCs for Dark Souls 2 on release as well, because Dark Souls is generally like a game I'm like, oh, must play right away. And for Elden Ring, it would have been the same if I had a computer that could run it. But I can barely even run Dark Souls 3 on the computer that used to run Dark Souls 3 with no problems. So... If not, I would be on that Elden Ring bandwagon like everyone else. Not because it's a bandwagon, but because it's fun. But it does feel nice to be on the bandwagon sometimes, just to be able to say that you're on the bandwagon, because it just sounds fun. You know, why wouldn't you want to be on a bandwagon? It just sounds like a party. It's like the streamer equivalent of having a party. You don't go to parties, you just play the same thing as everyone else is playing. Okay, you can still go to parties if you want. Just not the last 2 years. Hasn't been a lot of parties the last 2 years, depending on where you live. I accidentally discovered like a really fun weakness of these guys, because I find these guys a bit tedious to fight because they have a lot of HP and very spammy movesets and decent poise. If you shoot them with a bow, and the arrow hits in the little pit thing in their face, they take a lot of damage and they get staggered. Okay, I have enough souls now. I should go loot the Ring of Favor +3. I don't... actually, for Demon Princess, I should consider swapping to just like a melee setup of rings, because I'm wearing like a lot of caster rings right now. I did so for free day as well, but I did use some spells on free day, so that's fine. If it wasn't for... okay, I'll cover that later. But yeah, for Demon Princess, this is not the ring, this is a chunk. The ring is on the end of the roots. Yeah, for Demon Princess, I probably won't cast too much magic, because I don't think it's going to do much. I'll give it a try on the first attempt, but I'll probably try to swap to like some more like melee-oriented setup with like Ring of Favor, Chloranthry Ring, stuff that just lets me have a bit extra health, stamina, and stamina recovery. This is the Ring of Favor +3. Thank you. The other thing I wanted to say was for free day, what I would ideally like to do for a lot of my free day fights is swap my ring setup from phase 2 to 3, because phase 2 I use a lot of spells. Phase 1 it doesn't really matter if I have the wrong rings, because phase 1 is like not too bad. Phase 3 I would like to swap the rings to be optimal for the fights, probably just have like more melee oriented rings. But when phase 2 ends, there's this like monologue at the bottom where it says like, when ashes are 2, a flame alighteth, or something, and it's like, thou art ash, so flame suiteth thee, or something. During that monologue, you can't open the menu and swap rings. Maybe if you disable subtitles, but I've tried several times to swap rings during that monologue. Even if you get the menu open before the monologue begins, it's gonna close the menu on you. That happens both during free day fights and the church fight in the second DLC. And it's kind of annoying. Okay, 30-30, that's something. I'd probably benefit more from having endurance and vitality. No, not endurance. Vigor and vitality. Do I have the flame stone bite ring, whatever it's called? The stone plate, not stone bites. I do. That's a good ring to swap to if I struggle with this boss fight, because I think it's primarily fire damage. I haven't looted the steel protection ring +3, which I can get. I'm not sure if they do pure fire damage or mixed fire physical. I feel like mixed fire physical makes more sense because they are like fire demons, but they're still whacking you with their arms and stuff, so. If I swap to a more melee oriented, typically meaning a more defensive oriented setup, simply because there's not a lot of offensive rings for melee, I might do Flame Stone Plate, Steel Protection Ring, Ring of Favor +3, and Chlorine Ring. I could also do Prisoner's Chain, or if I had heavier armor that I want to use, then Havel's Ring is a good option, but I use this armor because I like how it looks, so I'm not going to swap to heavier armor for that sake, then I'd rather just use Steel Protection Ring. Although I wonder how effective it would be to like swap to some really fire-resistant armor. I wonder how good physical and fire protection the Black Knight armor has. Should be really good. There we go. Steel Stone Plate. We'll try it with magic once though, just to see if we can do some chip damage. But I doubt we're going to come anywhere near as high damage as I was doing on my Sunlight Spear character, where I was doing over 1,000 damage per hit. And even on that character, I did not do well. So I think I might just have better odds by playing with melee, or maybe I just need to improve my strategy for phase 1. Something about fighting 2 enemies makes me impatient, and I end up making more mistakes because of it. Now my stuffy nose is really annoying. Alright, am I mildly prepared? Yeah, we'll go at this once. If I die, which I will, we'll swap Ash... swap Ash and Estus to Estus Flask, and then we'll swap rings, I think. If Chaos Bedivestige doesn't at least do 300 damage with this ring setup, I shouldn't be using this though. Should be using this. I can swap the Dark Magic, of course, but you're gonna jump. There's gonna be that spell. 184, nope. Yeah, no, this is better. I don't know what that fog is. That's toxic. Okay, that's fun. Okay, just two-hand and hope we can stagger this guy. But now we get to the fun part where the other guy joins in. And by fun part, I mean, oh god, is it annoying. Are you already leaving fire mode? Oh, you are. That's not too shabby for me, then. I would like it if the second boss didn't just hit through his friend in order to damage me easily. I can't see anything. I'd like to do my critical attack, but I didn't get to because his friend was in the way. Yeah, doing melee is fine. If I had more tank ability, and I just keep using melee, then this shouldn't be too bad, honestly. I might just have had a lucky start, but I think I did, because I didn't get actually that annoying of attacks. And I might still die here to this guy slapping me, because he is spamming attacks like crazy there. Please jump towards me, or do you like the rush attack? No, he's also leaving fire mode. That's really lucky then. This adds fire damage, it doesn't do that much, to be honest. Actually, it did enough to help. Sadly, I'm already embered, so I don't get to ember again if I hit phase 2, which I should here, because this guy is alone now, so it shouldn't be a problem. We're going into fire mode again. Do you do damage when you do that? I don't actually know. Can I stagger you again if I just keep whacking on you? Ow, no. I probably will stagger him soon, though. Yep. Give me that critical attack. Okay, there's a lot of time between phase 1 and phase 2, though, so we can swap some rings. Not too much reason to go fire and protection right now. Ring of favor, because we're not going to have the health, but there we go. I don't like that attack because he moves away from me. That's is that a fire serpent? That's pretty cool, actually. Nice. Ooh, I can stagger you as fast too. Man, how fast I stagger is really helpful. When I fought this with an S-Talk, ooh, staggering these guys was impossible. I don't think I staggered the second phase once. I don't like this, though. I don't know what the intended way to deal with this attack is, but I don't like it. Like, you can wait for these spells to fizzle, and you have a few seconds to hit this guy, but I tend to just hit him during it. Especially with S-Talk, it's so hard to stagger him. I probably stagger him in 2 hits here, which makes it a lot easier. And I should still run away, because there's still going to be spells coming in. But there's less. If you let him charge all the way, then there's going to be a lot more spells. If you don't let him charge, they only hit near where he is. If you do let him charge, then they hit a lot bigger area, I think. They follow you. Can I get a stagger? Can I get a stagger? Is that a stagger? I believe it is. But yeah, second stagger, half HP. This guy has so much health. Still a little buff, I guess. Not like we were using the FP for anything more important. That's one of the attacks I'm bad at dodging. And I wasn't even responding to that one, so we might die here. Okay, third stagger. Don't think we're gonna see a fourth one, but hopefully it's because he's dead and not because I'm dead. Just don't choke on this part, because I have gotten one comboed by this before. I'm choking, it's fine. Alright! Did the spell still come down? I didn't even know it could do that. Alright, was that first try? That was first try, right? I was worried about this boss fight. I guess we're having a good day. This is what a good day looks like, I guess. First try Nameless King, first try Demon Princess. I guess not first try Friday. What was it? Third, fourth? It was first try, third phase, though. Which is all that matters, right? Nah, it's just... Compare this to last time when I died, what, almost 10 times to Lothric Knights? That's so sad. We're probably gonna die plenty to Midir, and I don't even know if we're gonna make it to Midir today. I don't think so. No, we're not. So, hey, at least I can't say that this good stream. I can't say it's okay. I can't have this good. What am I trying to say? Hold on. Let my brain think for a moment. What am I exactly trying to say? I'm trying to say that the The good day I've had playing Dark Souls thus far is not going to be ruined by me dying 20 times to Midir, because we're not going to do Midir today. There we go. That was what I was trying to say. That wasn't so hard, was it? Ah, good old Ringed City. I was surprised when there was like 2 completely different areas in this DLC. And I'm glad there is, because the drag heap... the drag heap is cool. But it could have been a bit plain if it was too much. I don't know. I think the cool thing about Dreg Heap that it has Earthen Peak from Dark Souls 2 in it, and the Demon Princess fight takes place in Firelink Shrine from Dark Souls 1, I believe, if I'm not entirely mistaken. Jump before they shoot me, because I don't want to wait. Okay, I managed to get past this area by doing the impatient way. Because sometimes I have to hide behind the tombstones twice, but I don't want to hide twice because it takes longer, so I'd like to try to find a way to get to this area without hiding twice. Oh, I didn't mean to kick you. I meant to hit you. Did you actually teleport away on me? How did my second hit not stagger him? The first hit when he was teleporting, that is, not the second hit that when he was teleporting, that obviously missed because he was already gone. But I thought one hit from a greatsword would be enough to stagger him. I just ignore this guy. I don't see any reason to fight him. He respawns, so the stuff he does with summoning people is just going to keep happening when he use a bonfire or die. And he drops divine blessings or hidden blessings or something, which I don't use for anything because I think their animation is slow. I don't know if it is. I don't know if I've used them in this game. And you can only hold one at a time, which is good because, my goodness, you can farm them in this game, and if you could hold many at a time, that would be so annoying. Let's see, do we go for next bonfire right away? I don't want to lose these 104k souls, but I need a bit more souls to level up, so I guess we can try to fight the Ringed Knight. They're super cool. It's a shame that their weapons don't scale more with Intelligence Faith, because I really want to use this weapon. It's one of my favorite weapon arts in the game now. Where he goes, come on, do it. And one of the attacks you can do with that is basically Gwyn's signature move. Well, one of his signature moves. I don't know what you would consider the signature move. But it's the move he does at the beginning of Phase 2. Well, the Lord of Cinder does at the beginning of Phase 2. Where typically the music hits you with the blim, blim, blum. And he does the aerial combo. And using these guys as sword and using that combo yourself, because you can use it yourself, although it's not an aerial combo, you can use it in PvP, and the reach and the damage is really good. It's what the weapon art for the Firelink Greatsword should have been, so that you can actually use that move with the Lord of Cinder's weapon. Is there anything good up here? I fell down, so we don't get to find out. I fell down. I always heal here by accident, full well knowing that that spell is going to hit me if I do. Let's fight the Invader. It's going to give us... Is it Wolfring +3? I think it is. Ah, dang it. Don't kill me. Do you like fire? I don't have any... Thup. Give me some thup. Give me some thup. Ow. I might die here. Can you guys stop throwing so much garbage? These guys are so annoying. There you go. I thought they would be weaker to fire. I feel like they're creatures of the dark, and I feel like dark creatures should be weaker to fire. Actually, no, they use lightning spheres. I guess these guys might be loyal to Gwyn. A lot of the guys here are like... There's like kind of 2 factions going on here. The Gwyn loyalists that are trying to... honor his whole linking of the fire thing, and there's the people that are like, you know what? Maybe we should stop this whole Gwyn facade and embrace the dark for once. I don't get this guy, because a lot of times when I try to sneak past him, he sees me. When I don't try to sneak past him, he doesn't see me. I will never understand. Alva? This is the second time you've invaded me. And The invasions in this area is really interesting because you don't have to be embered for them to invade you. I am embered right now, but even if you're not embered, they'll still invade. Which I think is nice. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, can you get out of my face? I'm trying to heal myself, and you are kind of ruining that right now. I want some FIP as well. Here, have a bed. Have 2. Have 3. At least this spell is much cheaper than Sunlight in terms of FIP cost. Are you trying to attack me? I tend to misjudge the reach on the third one there. Third spin. Ow. Do you not have Estus? Yes, you don't. Oh, my stuffy nose. I guess it's a good thing we're ending the stream soon, because I feel like my nose is getting worse and worse for every minute. Any reason to fight you other than the fact that you're kind of cool? Because I will fight you, because I like you. I like the ones with swords, I don't like the ones with spears. The ones with spears can fuck off. Because the ones with spears, they hide behind their big shield and they do shield stabs where they attack with their spear while holding the shield up, and then they'll also do like a weapon art that gives them a ton of poise while blocking, and then they go into their super flame spear mode. Which is, ugh. They have too much defense for being so damagey. At least the sword guys I can punish by just being aggressive back. I also don't fight these guys because they have way too much health for their own good. And there's too many of them, because there's 2 here. I think there's 2 that I passed. There's 2 more spawning, and there's gonna be another guy spawning, so there's like at least 7 of them. I'm not sure if the guy in the corner that was like standing guarding an item is one of those 7, or if that's an extra one, in which case there's 8 of them. And then there's this fly who likes skiing. He's taking out his like sticks. Go skiing. It's the skiing fly, that's what I call him. Canonical name, approved by FromSoftware. No, it's not. Shouldn't say that. Should I unlock the shortcut? I can. But there's some stuff we can explore in this area for fun, because we can fight like the boss that's not a boss, but was a boss. So I think we'll do that next time. We'll just level up first, get 31-31, work our way towards 40-40, so we can try out that Soul Dregs thing before the game is over. We probably won't be able to, because that's another 18 levels. Well, technically, it's 17 levels, because I leveled Intelligence before Faith. It could only be 9 levels if I decide to just make a beeline for 40 Intelligence. Where is it? This one. 40. Actually, if I make it to 35, I can equip the Scholar's Ring to boost it to 40, just to try it out. Maybe that's what I should do. Just to try it, because I'm just curious, like, I've seen this spell once, because my friend used it in a PvP match, and it looks really cool. I'm curious if it's any good. Just a shame that it comes out so late in the game and has quite a high requirement, because if you want to do good damage with dark stuff, you need both Faith and Intelligence, so you should have 40-40, I believe, for it. That said, that's gonna be it for now. So, most likely, we'll be back on Saturday with either more Dark Souls or whatever else might come up. I think there might be an update for Vampire Survivors coming up soon, so we might do that as well. Do keep in mind that if my allergies hit me hard, I might move my stream either earlier or later. I always tweet before going live, so if you're curious about like that kind of stuff, you could always check out Twitter. If you don't care, then that's cool too. Yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again next time. And even if I don't, have a great day, and I'm going to peace out. Alright, bye! Do stay safe. Ah, man, this place is a bore.